Yeah. You see how we just came in with a downstroke? That's what they call it. Incredible. Stagnation crypto warriors. It is 9 a.m.
Champions,
Okay,
champions. Monday morning.
man, listen. The morning of champions is what it is. Boom. Bigger crypto in the house, man. What else can I say?
I need to get more March, man.
Oh yeah, this is true. I don't need to go back on the website. Yeah, for sure.
I want the March to the digital, the electronic, whatever that thing was called.
What was that?
The one where we test driven the Tesla plate.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, people
What?
liked it. Hey, why can't I get that T-shirt? I say, hey, check out BK Crypto, man.
Oh. I remember over the Tesla Day thing.
Yeah,
Oh, gotcha. Well, let's jump right into the situation, man. Top of the morning to you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
champions.
You know, they say rise and shine, man. I know some lazy people are not able to rise and shine this Monday morning, but not you guys. You guys, you guys are up in here. We want to thank you all for rocking with us every Monday morning, guys, for sure. By the way, we crossed 1,000 subscribers on our channel. That's a monumental accomplishment for us, man. We've
Mm-hmm.
been kind of been at it every day for I don't know the past 2 years now.
Yep,
We have this unusual sound coming through here. I'm sorry about that.
that's that's the alarm
Yeah, let me sort that out.
letting us know it's that time.
A reminder to get going with the show. Incredible. So, where was I, by the way? Yes, we're saying thank you. We're expressing our gratitude, okay, for rocking with us. You know you don't have to, yet you do. So, we always keep trying to, put our best foot forward at all times with these things. Anything you want to add before we jump into today's madness, double O?
There's a lot of madness going on around the world right now, man. It's literally all over the world. And we figure, hey, why not use this opportunity to just talk about today's show, to kind of focus on what really matters at the end of the day. The economy is just being played around with globally. There
Yeah,
is the threat of war,
yeah.
not only in Asia. There's the one going on in Europe, and there's the one now coming to Africa. So the world is a mad place right now. So
There's a really interesting
Well,
don't
experiment with
stress
monkeys.
yourself.
don't stress yourself.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. A lot of times on the show, right, we always talk about um, our main topic of discussion here at Stack is how we can change the financial system as we know it, or at least um, opt out of the current financial system and using Bitcoin as a way to freely express, exchange value, and things like that. And I think the biggest thing to allow that to be successful is really the people taking out the time to do your due diligence, educating yourself,
Mm.
things like that. These are the parts that we cannot get around, right? No matter how much we try. Bitcoiners are out everywhere. Some of them are, they will slowly try to gentle red pill you. Others are trying to hit you over the head with it. They're extremely aggressive with it. Right? It is what it is. But it seems like the bottom line is unless you're able to really change the way people behave, change behaviors,
Hmm.
right?
The thought
Or
process.
at least incentivize uh, different behaviors, it seems nothing would change, right? We'll probably just be talking and talking forever. And there is serious dangers to this, which is some of what we're going to be taking a look at today. But before we do, we should probably look at some comments. Dude, look at this, man. This is actually an incredible thing. I didn't think about that. Well, let's look at some comments and we'll keep it moving then here. We have bigger crypto in the house. It says we're in the building. Absolutely, sir. One
Rest the
thousand
roof.
percent.
Rest the
Okay,
roof.
raise the roof.
The
I'm
roof.
sure
The roof. The roof is on
the roof
fire.
is. Oh wait, do I have something for raising the roof? That'll work. That'll work for raising the roof there. We're in the building. Good morning, gents. Says blockchain bully. Blockchain bully. That's a strong name.
Exactly what we're talking about. You
Well,
see that and push it in your brain.
hey,
You
listen,
don't get it.
is one way or another. Okay, champions in there. We need a shirt that says champions.
Hey, BK Crypto, I told him, man.
I
In
like
the chat that just says champions.
And you guys may not believe it, but today is actually my birthday. That's my
Yes.
brother there. He goes, "Good morning, Stagnation. Happy birthday to the champion himself." Thank you, brother. Thank you. Thank you. You
Yes.
know, I went fishing over the weekend for my birthday and I actually caught a rockfish. So the fish I had for my birthday is actually a rockfish that I caught myself. Look at that.
Original proof of work.
Listen, I was fighting that beast for 7 hours, man. No, I'm kidding. It wasn't 7 hours, but we were in there. We'll come back to the comments. Double up.
Yes.
What are we talking about today?
We
While
are
I pull up
talking
these
about
videos.
exactly what blockchain bully is talking about.
Right.
The fact that we've all been born into the system, this fiat system.
Right.
If you're around Brazen's age
Yeah.
or my age,
Yeah. Exactly.
and we just a lot of people have accepted it to the point that people have gotten doctorates
Yeah.
in it, and they just accept and believe that there's no way out, and that's the norm.
Absolutely.
But if you are like us, and if you're on this show checking us out, you've probably come to the realization that, hey, wait a second, this is not normal.
Yeah. It's not.
And there's got to be a solution to it. We're tired of being slaves to the system.
Speaking of slavery, man, I went to this. Is it? There's a Negro school
Yeah,
down
down the
there.
street.
I do not know this until yesterday, but it actually brought up some interesting topics, which I would bring up with you.
Hey, talking about slavery, we have the old France situation going on.
Exactly right, and a lot of this it comes down to conditioning,
Yep.
right? So we're gonna whip up this video here at least to introduce this first concept, and then we're going to bring on this second video, which is this lady doing some grocery shopping. And again, no shade at this lady at all. I think
Yep.
this we're just talking about the mindset and what allows people to get to this point,
Hmm.
right? Where they don't question anything anymore. Because that's problematic.
Hmm.
Hence the title of today's video, Ignorance is Deadly. Right. So this is a PCF from I think Andrew Tate.
Andrew Tate
And someone put
himself
some stuff together around
that
it,
got
right?
blocked for thinking. It was the monkey that got pulled down.
Exactly. So we're gonna play this. Let us know if you hear the audio or if you don't hear the audio, and then we should be good to go.
And a banana and a water spout. They put 5 monkeys in a room, and at the top of the room there was a banana. And when one monkey tried to climb up to get the banana, they turn on the hose and splash all the monkeys with ice cold water. And when another monkey would go to climb up, they'd splash all the monkeys with ice cold water. And what would happen over time is, when a monkey went to climb the rope to get the banana, the other monkeys would jump and pull him down and hit it. Don't go for that banana. If you go for that banana, we get splashed with water. Then they'd swap one of the monkeys out. The new monkey would attempt to climb. Now all 4 monkeys would attack the monkey, pull him back down, and kick his ass. He knows if he climbs the rope to get the banana, he gets attacked. He doesn't know if he gets splashed with water, but he knows if I try and climb, they're going to attack me. After a certain amount of weeks, they change another monkey, and another monkey, and another monkey. Over time, you have 5 brand new monkeys who have never been splashed with water ever. But nobody goes to climb the rope, because if they do, they're attacked by all the other monkeys. There are already X amount of people on the planet who ignore their own eyes and repeat what they are told. There's a really interesting.
Woo! What y'all think about that?
What are your thoughts on that, sir?
Man, I've seen this video too many times, and I feel like we gotta use it every single time we talk about Bitcoin.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what would you call it, classical conditioning
Yo.
sort of deal, and it's incredible because that's where we find ourselves right now, right? I believe that, and I always bring this up when I speak with say people were born in America, right?
Hmm.
Black Americans specifically. And I always say, I was born in Cameroon, and when I was growing up, everyone around me looked like me. And this means that everyone around me, or the people who were in leadership positions, the people who were doing great, the people who were not doing great, everything were people that look like me. So I never ever got this sense of, hey, this person is maybe better than I am. And so when we speak of this idea of white entitlement,
Yeah.
right, where they just feel this audacity, I think that maybe Africans possibly have that. Maybe I'm not phrasing it the correct way,
Hmm.
but it is this I guess a mindset, or just what you are, your identity, right, is not really confused in any way. You just feel that you belong to this environment that you're growing up in. And so with that, it means that there are a lot of things that uh, I thought about very differently
Hmm.
until I came to America, right? And so I come to America and I see that there's a lot of people that don't look at things like they can own it, or they can be the leader, or create various things out of nothing. It has to be through these regulations and these rules. And then it gets to a point where you actually start saying no to yourself before the establishment can actually say no to you because you assume that if they will not allow me to do X, Y, and Z because of their rules and regulations, I probably cannot do, A, B, and C as well.
Yo.
This is where things become dangerous because now you're operating like Andrew Tate was saying there, right?
Mm-hmm.
The initial monkeys were getting splashed by water,
Mm-hmm.
and now not even one of them would try it because of something else, the consequence of what they happened when they went to grab the banana. The
Many
others will
years
beat the
ago.
other one.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So they don't even know that at some point, if you get to the banana, you get splashed by water because their colleagues will really drag them down before they get there.
We see that on CNN, Fox News,
Yeah,
CNBC all the time. We see that going on in Nigeria right now. Nobody's standing up to the terrible government.
absolutely.
I actually had a similar example of that when I was in college, right? Born in Nigeria with a Nigerian accent. I'm in class and I'm just like out here sitting in front of the class talking. Like, and the black folks were like, Kenny, shut up. Why are you talking? Like, we're not supposed to talk. You're just supposed to sit down and listen.
Yeah,
I'm like, no. You're not going to. These are
exactly.
my friends. So like,
Exactly.
Kenny, why are you always talking in class? I'm like, I need to talk.
You can talk. You should be able to talk. And these are the things that are missing from a lot of people's minds, right? But it's all about that conditioning,
Yeah, speak up.
right?
There's
And
nothing wrong with that.
the problem and where this becomes deadly is the fact that you have this environment where people just accept a change that is not really is not really beneficial for them.
Mhm.
As fact, it's deleterious to their whole existence and their family's existence
Mhm.
for generations to come, and they never fight it. For
Mhm.
example, people could sit here in the West and look at inflation go to sky high levels, and they will never be able to pull themselves out of it because they don't know any other options. If you've never been outside of the country, then you don't even realize that you can leave this country and go live somewhere
We're
else.
just gonna wait for Jerome Powell
Exactly.
to reduce the interest rates.
Exactly. Now, where this becomes even more scary, right, is that you have corporations that understand this and they use this to their full advantage.
Major.
And then it brings us now to a point in time where humans in society will be doing exactly what this lady is about to do here.
Mm-hmm.
Let me point out before we play this video that we're not coming at this individual in the video.
Not at all.
We're just focusing on the concept of what is happening in this video we're about to show you right now. It is extremely scary. I want to take a moment here and recognize Mr. Reggie Middleton
Mr. Reggie,
in the house.
the original champion.
Listen, man. So he drops a comment there. He goes, doesn't that apply to the colonizers? What was it? Doesn't that apply to the colonizers? A superior attitude that can be found on the continent. Ah, natural resources are drained from the continent by the people who are not from the continent. Absolutely. So what he's saying is, there's this same sense of entitlement, which I was
Mhm.
talking about, right? Where
Mhm.
you grow up in that environment, everyone looks like you. Does this not apply to the people that are there, given that colonizers are over there extracting? If I'm reading that correctly.
So yeah, what I'm reading also is that as the colonizer,
Yeah.
it's that I've been doing this for quite a while. It's normal, like what French is doing right now with
Yeah.
Nigeria,
This is true.
Mali, and for like this is normal. Like what are you talking about? You fighting back? No, this is a normal thought process
Yeah. Yeah.
for me to
yeah.
just come in here and pull my resources, and you guys can't do anything.
Mm.
But the same thing is also counter, is vice versa.
Yeah, counterwise as well, right?
Yeah.
And then of course there's the betrayal part of it.
Oof, let's not.
Right. I hope we got that right.
The
well,
betrayal part is terrible.
well, Mr. Reggie, let us know if we got that right,
Hey,
man. Because
okay,
I think
champion.
if I'm understanding that correctly,
Yeah.
thank you for hanging out with us this morning. By the way,
Yes,
right.
sir.
So let's go on and play this video then,
Yeah.
and get
Again,
your feedback.
not-
Very scary concept that this is happening right now.
I'm at Whole Foods and I'm about to pay for my groceries with my card. That's the coolest thing ever.
coolest.
The
thing ever.
coolest thing ever. Well, let us know what you think, sir.
That monkey is getting tied to the ground, man. That monkey is getting tied to the ground. It's never gonna get a chance to climb nothing.
Yeah, yeah. not a
Everybody's
chance.
stepping on that one.
Absolutely. I think that's way far out there. Now, being at this point in time, the implications of this, what do you think this could lead to? Being able to pay for stuff with biometrics.
So I think of biometrics, I think of AI, I think of CBDCs, I
Yeah.
think of UBI. List goes on, right? We already have the issue of Facebook, WhatsApp, all these social media apps selling our information to not to only businesses but
Right.
also to the government. Literally, we were talking the other day, and before I got upstairs to my phone, I already have an advertisement about what we were talking about.
Right.
That is also what you call it when you train the thought process and you end up buying something that you were not even. I'm just talking about it. I don't need an ad to buy or sell anything,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you're trying to get me to now go and buy something that I just talked about. I don't need you to tell me that. But anything for profit, anything for the money. So there's this convenience process or this challenge that we have going on right now
Of
that
course.
makes it very difficult to see a solution out of a system where you're already a product. You're a product to the system,
Yeah.
not a member of the system.
Well, you know no better, right? So there's no alternative. And if you don't know any other alternatives to what you've seen, then
Mhm.
I guess you're trapped. Absolutely scary. However, but then we name this ignorance is deadly as well. I guess my main question here is how do we get people who are born into this system and this is all they've seen, this is what they grow up around.
hmm
How
Apple
do we get
Pay.
right? How do we get such people to or how do we incentivize such people to want to learn something different?
hmm
And I take this and I'm just tying it to what we're all about, right? Which is
hmm
Bitcoin.
hmm
And the difficulty that I face when I'm trying to tell people about Bitcoin, and
You
maybe
try to
face the same
orange
thing
pill
as
them.
well, right? Exactly. Is that you start talking to people about Bitcoin. There is a group of people that are doing well,
Mhm.
right? And they just don't see the importance of this. Like they're like, well,
Yeah,
whatever. I'm doing well. I'm not inconvenienced yet. It
like the
is what it
neighbor with the
is.
Lambo.
Or, yeah. Or you have the other group of people who are not doing so well. Bitcoin could definitely be helpful in their lives, but there seems to be some sort of a laziness
Like the
to
mechanic.
learning, right? Because at the same time, those people also do not have a good understanding of the traditional financial system, right?
They don't even know what money is.
Yes, for them, it's just about putting your money in the bank and
Mhm.
then going to spend it, even if it's not really convenient to them. Like in this situation here, you might be paying for your groceries
Mhm.
with your hand today, but when you, like you were saying, when you combine biometrics, CBDCs, and any of the other predatory things that these three-letter organizations come up with all the time, it seems like we're right back to slavery. Might be digital slavery, but it seems like that is what it is to me. Your thoughts, sir?
It's not like it seems like it's already digital slavery.
Yeah.
Here's why, folks. When you walk, right? Because I'm sure that thing in our hands, it's not yet a CBDC where it's just a government entitlement
Yeah.
where to put it in there. Universal basic salary, whatever that crap is,
Yeah.
right? You've worked hard for that money, right? But now you think that you own that money, but the entire system actually owns that money in your end.
Yeah.
They can turn it off. They can force you to pay it off at a certain amount of time because they've already said that multiple times for the CBDCs. But they can also track you. They can say, you know what, you cannot travel to Texas because Texas is going crazy. So you want to enter a plane, you want to make a payment. They
Yeah.
say, hey, no, the government does that already right now.
Yeah, they can
You
do
know,
that.
the taxes that they charge you for smoking cigarettes. For alcohol, there's an additional tax where we live at
Yeah.
to buy alcohol. For marijuana, you got to pay all this additional tax. So in a way, you are not a free human being anymore. We are slaves to the system, and 40 to 50% of your hard-earned money goes to taxes.
Yeah.
That is another form of slavery. Slavery is working and not getting paid for it. If most of that is gone already through taxes, you're screwed. Then you have inflation. Inflation takes all that, if not another 7-8% this year right now,
Mm,
of that money away. So now you're already down to maybe 40% of your money left.
absolutely.
Everything that you now buy after that also gets taxed 10%, 7%, no matter what city or state that you live in. So literally, you are a servant or a modern day slave where maybe 30 or 40% of everything you've worked out is left for you to spend.
Mm,
And then now you go put that in the stock market or you go put that in your end, and then they follow you around, they tell you what you cannot do. It's madness.
yeah. Hey.
But I have to say this though, a lot
Yeah.
of kids are born into this.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they,
Definitely.
they don't see money, they don't know what money is, they just know that they go and swipe
Yeah.
and they think it's normal. They give everything out to social media on TikTok and Instagram and everything.
Yeah, I think that's where we all have to play a part. Continuously educating each other and continuously educating the generations that are coming after us.
Yeah.
Right. Let's look at some comments here, and it seems one question as well, right, from Mr. Reggie. That oh, it's mostly happy birthday. Thanks for all the birthday wishes, everyone. By the way, this is pretty amazing. Thank you all. Look at that, live on the block. It says truth beliefs. El Demnam El says happy birthday as well. Thank you, sir. Really appreciate it.
Happy
You know,
birthday to you.
yeah, appreciate it, sir. You know, strong singing there. Look at that, man. You should go to American Idol. um, Reggie says, name the sub-Saharan Africans who are draining China, EU, US, Japan, or Korea of their natural resources. Can you name any?
So it goes back to this whole ignorance is deadly title, right?
Yeah.
Africans in Africa are very ignorant as to their capabilities
Mm.
because of their leaders intentionally uneducate
Yeah.
and leave them the way that they are, right? So yes, Africans are not even at that level to compete at the national level,
Right.
except when they leave the continent, like the rest of us that are here, we see that we are different from folks on the ground,
Right.
you know, and we are dominating a lot of spaces as their servants in a way. I call them servants because we enable, we increase the economics,
Of
we
course.
we bring our resources, our skill sets to grow those environments, right? So we are not taking over, we're helping them grow those environments all over the world. Africans do that. No
Right.
matter what, it's not even just Africans in Africa. The guys in the Mediterranean, the guys on the islands,
Mm.
black people are doing great things around the world in
They are.
sports, in
They are.
science, but you never hear that.
They're doing great things. However, they're not extorting a whole country or continent like the colonizers are.
They're not doing the
As
great
I
things
say.
for themselves as a
Yeah.
whole.
Yes, they're not doing it for themselves. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Well, I let you guys. We'd like to hear from you guys in the comments. Paying with biometrics, right? Biometric payment systems. Is this something that you would
Do
be interested in? Because we also have to be always be open to another perspective, right? Maybe things that we're not thinking about. Let us know in the comments.
actually, I have to say something though.
Go ahead.
At one point in my life, I thought that was great.
Biometrics, paying with
Just like at one point in my life, I thought Cardano was the shit.
biometrics.
Honestly, I did. I did think that
Hey,
was a great,
listen,
convenient solution at one point in my life.
that is fine.
I'm a
This is-
techie, you
Yeah,
know.
but then you educated yourself. That's what it's all about, right? So I think that I think look, the technology stuff when it comes to biometrics, I remember the first time I saw it, I was absolutely in awe. But over time, I've come to realize that the fact that you can have, or the fact that you're capable of something, or you can get something, does not mean that you should have it.
Hmm.
It's sort of like AI as well. The capabilities with AI are absolutely monumental, but I don't think that most of society is ready, capable, or well educated or informed enough to be able to at least use AI to their advantage. There was some stuff that my aunt was trying to do for her business, right? And she was about to type some information into Bard that had me a bit shook.
Hmm.
And I had to give her a talk about using AI and the information she puts out there and unintended consequences of these things.
Hmm.
We're just in that time. And I think this biometric situation goes along with that because wherever is offering these things has a plan laid out that the rest of society doesn't.
I,
And that's where those unintended consequences start to come from.
I just connected the dot when you said that.
Go for it.
So we did a video earlier about AI and the fact that AI is biased.
Yeah.
Could AI intentionally make us ignorant? So if you did a
Yeah.
AI, open AI, ChatGPT search,
Right.
and you're not aware of well informed about that topic,
Right.
and ChatGPT sends you this ignorant current system way of thinking,
Mhm.
you would think that that's the norm. Unlike when you had Google and all these other previous search engines where you can search and then compare,
Yeah.
OpenAI just gives you what you think you should know.
Yeah.
So you cannot have in the future a set of human beings that are just ignorant by design because AI does that. Have you thought about that?
That is definitely going to be the case. And that's why, and I think when Reggie says that we have a lot of work to do there, right? It is very much that the fact that right now we cannot even get society to understand just basic finance. and we're adding AI on top of that, and then adding biometrics on top of that,
Mhm.
and then people can never understand Bitcoin. So it's like the education has to catch up, right? Or something has to happen to make people more interested in understanding their
The basics.
finances and
Yeah.
their general surroundings,
Hmm.
really. And that is it's a tall order right now. It's an absolutely tall order right now, and it seems like yeah, just realistically, it just seems like we're fighting a battle that is yeah, is David and Goliath situation, and we're gonna need everything we need to win this one. Let's put it that way. To put it very simply, right? We're almost out of time here. We're actually like over time. Let's look at some comments, and then we got a dip, right? So we have Bitcoin Shango in the house. Thank you for joining us today, by the way,
All the way
sir.
from Nigeria.
He says he's in no way, shape, or form interested in this biochip slash bio payment malarkey.
Like the one, but like you, man.
Malarkey. I haven't seen that word in a
With
very
all
long
those
time.
fintech y'all got in Nigeria,
Exactly.
fintech taking over everything.
Apple already has most people's biometrics, facts of life.
True.
This is why I still don't use the I to
That's why
open
you're
the.
still stuck on Apple 6
yeah,
or Apple
listen,
7 that you're using.
I think I'm playing, man. I'm still on an iPhone 7, man. I still have the home button right there. Yeah, it's absolutely incredible. Uh, and yeah, it's let's just say I will not be moving forward with new phones. I'll probably go buy another iPhone 7 or something once that is dead. All right. Not because I'm paranoid, but it's just like there's certain things that I just there are certain lines I don't want to cross because when you cross them, you just cannot come back for sure. So I've not crossed that line just yet, but we'll see. Um, and Bitcoin says happy birthday, of course. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes there. Absolutely. I appreciate it. Reggie says if biometrics data is stored on a foreign server without end to end encryption, right, then the owner of the original data is either a full victim or both. Well, sir, I dare to say if you combine that, it will come down to the word ignorance, probably. So they're definitely both, I would say.
Oh, and
All
then
right.
and then they put the keyword decentralization on it.
Hey, the most decentralized, right?
Isn't that WorldCom, whatever they call it, with everybody scanning the eye into it? That's
Exactly.
BS.
Right. Well, but it goes on though. It goes on. So he says, uh, if it's fully encrypted end to end by the data owner, then he is for it. Absolutely.
But you know,
That seems like it sounds like you'd be end to end by the data owner. It's almost like a self custody sort of thing, if I'm reading that correctly.
if I can self custody mine, yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. But I
Yeah.
don't think that would ever happen.
Of course, there is always risk of quantum computers hacking it in the future. When it comes to quantum computers, right? Because I know this is something that has been brought up as, quantum
risk
computers could
of
be a risk
Bitcoin.
to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
But then I also ask myself, could quantum computers not be used to mine Bitcoin, thereby just, you know, carrying on with the securing of the blockchain the same way anyone could be trying to use to attack it? But I don't have that deep understanding of quantum computers yet. So maybe Reggie could enlighten us a little bit on that one for sure. Right. So we have Bitcoin Shango says, this is getting scary. How much real life continues to emulate dystopian art?
Mm.
This is very true. We are almost living in the Matrix. I would say we're in there. Johnny Mnemonic, Cypherpunk 2077, and more, right? And we have Black Tornado says he still prefers separate charging and earbud jacks.
This guy
Look
is
at
way
that.
back.
Listen, he's still there, man. He's plugging it in. He's plugging in. The warnings are all there. We just need to observe it. That's all, right? I think we could end in there, sir. It's 9:30. I think Johnny Man Cryptos will be coming on. Thank you all for hanging out with us so much. It's absolutely incredible. We can't wait to do it again next Monday. And happy birthday to me, of course. All right, it's an incredible thing. Ladies and gentlemen, we hope you found this one informative. Okay, if not, we hope you are at least entertained by it. All right. Please like, share, subscribe to our channel. Okay. You can also follow us on X, as it is called now. And of course, we're also on Spotify, Stack. And thanks to Reggie for joining us this morning, sir. I really appreciate it. Until next time.
Give it to you. We gonna give it to you. X gonna give it to you.
That's on the exhibit stuff.
First we gonna ha.
Hey, drink water, brazen out.
Double O house.
Hey.